Why is your portfolio website not getting you interviews? You've sent it to a few recruiters and include it with every application, but you still haven't heard back. Maybe it's actually hurting your chances of getting a call back. Today, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how you can make your portfolio website get you the results that you want. And I'm all about simple, so these tips will be easy to implement. I'm Rona Pierce. I help overlooked professionals capture the attention of their dream employer and secure interviews with ease. And before we dive into the tips, let me share a simple hack. Show some personality. Companies hire humans they can trust. If your website copy sounds like a robot, or even worse, it's all written in the third person, they're not going to see you as human and they're not going to trust you. Tip number 1, choose the right projects. If you're targeting a corporate job, then your projects have to be corporate style projects. Everyone has the cool school projects like tic-tac-toe, meme generators, etc. But companies are looking for people who know how to solve real world problems. But Rona, I'm just starting and all I have are my school projects. Then it's time to create at least one small corporate style project to add to your portfolio. Make a list of the companies you'd like to work at and see what types of problems they solve. Create a project that tackles one of the issues that they solve. And I'm not saying that if you want to work at Twitter, you should create a Twitter clone. Remember, focus on the problems that they solve. Choose something small. Tip number 2, share the process. Give them a behind-the-scenes look of what it took to get to the final product. Don't just spring a ta-da, here's the result on people. This is your chance to showcase how you work. Did you use any specific methodologies or frameworks? Tell us about that. Why did you choose them? People want to know that too. What challenges did you run into? How did you overcome them? Tell them a story, but don't write a novel. Your portfolio is a preview of what you bring to the table. Your goal is to get an interview. Give them enough information to prove that you know what you're talking about, but not so much that there's nothing else for them to ask you. Figuring out the amount of details to include is one of the main things that I help my clients with when they join my coaching program. Tip number 3, have calls to action. You've got to let people know what you want them to do after visiting your site. And you've got to let them know multiple times. Just having a contact section isn't enough. And don't get me wrong, you definitely need a contact section, but you should include multiple calls to action throughout your site. Heck, include it in the description for each project. People aren't going to know what to do if you don't tell them, and they're definitely not going to dig around to try and figure it out. You have to be very clear and intentional with your calls to action. Think about the websites that you use every day. The good ones make it pretty easy to do what they want you to do. Bonus tip, use video. If you really want them to get to know you, turn on that camera and hit record. Share a quick walkthrough of your project. Create an intro video to put on your homepage. Get on a live stream while you work on your project and give them a behind-the-scenes look of how you work. Interview someone that worked on the project with you and talk about some of the challenges you faced and how you overcame them. Video is the easiest way to get a stranger to trust you. Comment below and let me know which one of these tips you'll be implementing on your site. Have you tried everything and are still not getting interviews? Take my quiz to find out why. The link is in the description.